space around you so that you can come into a downward dog in a moment, or a plank position, like a push-up position. Just make sure you have enough space around you. But we'll go ahead and we'll start seated. And of course, just rock the hips from side to side so your booty can ground into the floor. In any cross-legged position, typically for females, the left leg comes in front first, and for guys, the right leg would come in front for first. But it really doesn't matter, whatever is comfortable for you. And then today, if you feel like you need to have a little bit more grounding coming into your day, then maybe have the palms face down on the knees. If you feel like you need a little bit of inspiration, then feel the palms face up. And then once you find your position, close the eyes, pull the shoulder blades together behind the back, and then lift up through the heart. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders, and the shoulders over the hips. And as you start to reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling, feel the neck nice and long, and this grounding feeling with the sit bones. You can start to seal the lips. If you haven't closed the eyes, let's close the eyes. Start to bring all of your awareness to your breath, breathing deeply and slowly in through the nose. So as you breathe, slowly inhale through the nose so you can fill your entire body with fresh new oxygen. And then as you exhale, don't rush the breath, but slowly let all of that old air out. And we'll do that 3 times. Inhale deeply all the way to the top, pausing, and then slowly with control, exhaling out the nose. Again, inhale deeply, feel the air come all the way into the body, down into the sit bones. And then as you exhale, feel any of the old air that's been trapped in the body leaving through the nose. One more time. Big, deep inhale, feel the lungs expanding, the sides of the ribs expanding. Pausing at the top, and then slowly exhale all of that old air out. Eyes stay closed. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. We're still lifting up through the sternum, not slouching. The chin is slightly tucked so you can reach through the crown of the head. And as you take a big, deep breath in, feel the thumbs press into the chest. And use the next few breaths to invite your intention for your day. So again, we might have gotten off our routine. So how can you get back into your present moment? How can you find the presence and the happiness out of each day and each moment? And as you take that breath, letting your intention find you, take a full, deep breath out. And then we'll release the hands to the palms, blink the eyes open. If you had the palms face up, now have the palms face down and vice versa. Take a big, deep inhale to lift through the sternum. Notice if we started to slouch again, but we're lifting through the sternum. We don't want to push the neck forward either from texting and being on the computer. We want to have everything in line. So take a big inhale, feel that alignment within the spine, and then take that full exhale to feel the sit bones grounding. Switch the crossing of the legs, still feel the rooting of the sit bones. You can rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale the arms out and up, find that V shape, palms touch overhead. And then as you exhale, you'll pull the hands down to the heart, gaze comes center. 2 more times. Inhale, find the V shape. Look up as the palms as they touch, and then exhale to bring the hands down to the heart. Gaze comes into the center. One last time. Inhale, stretch the arms out and up, lengthen the torso, and then exhale to pull the hands to the heart. Pausing here, close the eyes. There's no rush within our day. There shouldn't be any rush within our practice. Remember your intention. Take another full cycle of breath here. And then as you blink the eyes open, we're going to cross over the ankles, roll over the knees, find your table pose. So I love doing yoga at home because the carpet definitely helps pad the knees. However, if you need a little bit more padding, if you do have a mat, you can roll it over. You can also put another little blanket under the knees too. So we want the tops of the feet firm onto the floor. Push through the palms. You're not totally spreading and rounding the back, but you do want a slight spread with the shoulder blades. You don't want to dump the chest between the shoulders. Now, as you press into the palms, make sure that the knees are in line with the hips, and then reach the crown forward, but at the same time, you're reaching the booty back. Navel comes to the spine, so you protect the low back. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and drop the heart through the shoulders. Look up towards the ceiling. Push the tailbone back, shoulders are away from the ears. And then when you exhale, press the earth away with the palms, round the back, bring the chin towards the chest and the belly button towards the spine. Inhale to find length. Take your time. There's no rush. Heart forward, booty back. And then exhale to round. Feel the shoulder blades spreading. Feel the curve of the spine. Belly button to the spine. Inhale one more time. Find length. Look up towards the ceiling. Press the tailbone back. And then exhale to round. Chin comes towards the chest. Spread the shoulder blades. We'll find that neutral spine. I like to wag the hips from side to side. You can roll out the ankles if that feels good. You can roll out the wrists, shake those out. Even do a few little stretches for the top of the hand. This feels really nice sometimes. But do a few movements that you might need to maybe tuck the toes, can move the body. But take some time to think about and feel what your body needs. For me, since I've recently hurt my arm, my wrist is really tight. So making sure we're stretching our wrists. And then thinking about too, if you're on your phones more or on the computer more, you might not be moving the body as much. So maybe even coming up, opening up through the body. But think about what you do throughout the day and can you reverse some of those bad habits that we've started to pick up. So I want you to take one more breath, moving your body how you want to. And then we're going to find that neutral pose with table, pressing the earth away. So you can choose to stay here. This is always a foundational pose. We're going to go ahead and start to step into our plank pose. So step 1 foot back at a time. And again, you can always stay here. This is the modification for plank pose. So you step the feet back. The other modification would be as you get into this pose, if the arms get tired, you can drop one knee at a time, or you can drop both knees back into table pose. When you find that plank position, reach the crown of the head forward. Shoulder blades are back, and then find that slight spread between the shoulder blades, not like cat pose, but just a slight spread. Use the belly button to keep the core engaged. Both legs are engaged, and you're reaching the heels back. Take one more breath in, really strong in your plank pose, and then use the exhale to lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet. And then again, if this gets too much for the wrists or the arms, your modification is to come back to table pose. But always try just a few more breaths up in the pose that is a little bit challenging for you. So we'll pedal out the feet. Take another breath wherever you are, and then find stillness. If you're in downward facing dog, you want to spread the fingers nice and wide. Feel the shoulders moving away from the ears. Nice long back. Sit bones are pressing up towards the ceiling. And then the legs are nice and strong. You can put a slight bend in the knees if the low back is sore, but if they're not, then have the legs firm. And feel the heart come a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Typically in this pose, the gaze is at the belly button, but if that doesn't work for you, the knees or the toes is where you'll have your gaze. Take one more breath here. And then I want you to look forward, bend the knees, and begin to walk your feet up towards your hands. So I'm going to turn to face you. As you inhale, I want you to bring the hands to the shins, reach the heart forward, shoulders are back, tuck the chin so that the ears are in line with the shoulders. When you exhale, bring the navel to the spine and forward fold. Again, one more time. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, ears in line with the shoulders, roll the weight into the toes. And then when you exhale, you'll forward fold. Grab onto opposite elbows here. So after we've been sitting for a long time, our spine gets compressed. So this is a great way to decompress the spine and re-lengthen. So if you grab onto opposite elbows, the weight of the elbows will help to pull the torso down and you don't have to do as much work. And then once you find that position, roll the weight into the toes, tuck the chin, and then can you point the crown of the head more towards the floor? Navel comes to the belly, and then see if you can roll that weight into the toes as you bring the heart closer to the thighs. Maybe sway from side to side. That might feel good in the sides of the body. You can also just stay in stillness. If it's too much for the low back, slight bend in the knees. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Let the torso be nice and heavy. I mean, think about how much we sit, lengthen the back of the spine. Release the fingertips to the floor. Make sure the feet are hip-width distance, so right underneath the hips. Roll the weight into the toes. We'll find that flat back once again. Inhale halfway, reach the crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. You're going to put a slight bend in the knees. We're going to bring the arms out to our V position. Inhale to rise all the way up. Look up as the palms touch. Exhale to bring the hands down to the heart. Close your eyes. Find that strong, straight spine. Everything is aligned right over the heels. Belly button is engaged to help lift through the heart. Pull the shoulder blades together. And even though the feet are grounding into the floor, feel the inner thighs rotate towards one another. So internally rotate towards each other. Take 1 more breath here. Remember your intention for the day. And then we'll go through half sun salutation A. On your next inhale, blink the eyes open if they're not. Inhale the arms out to your V. Look up, palms touch. Exhale to lead with the heart. Dive over the thighs. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway, flat back, reach the heart forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, arms out to a V. Inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that 1 more time. Ground the feet into the floor. On your inhale, reach the arms out and up. Find the V shape. Palms touch. As you exhale, keep the chin tucked. Dive all the way over the thighs. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Reach the crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, arms out to a V. Inhale to rise. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. So now we're going to add on sun salutation A. Inhale the arms out and up. Palms are going to touch. Exhale to lead with the heart. Dive over the thighs all the way down. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins. Reach the crown forward. Shoulders move away from the ears. When you exhale, you're going to bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into your version of plank. So whether that's in plank pose or with the knees down. Core is still engaged. Everyone is going to rock the shoulders past the wrists. And then with control, if you're in plank pose with a flat back, lower as slowly as possible to the front side of the body. Everyone is coming to the front of the body. When you get there, untuck the toes and you'll zipper the feet together. Look down with your gaze. Roll the shoulder blades back. So the hands are still in line with the chest. You're pressing the palms into the earth, but hug the elbows close together. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. On the next inhale, lift through the back of the head. So this is a very gentle back bend, baby cobra here. You're still hugging the elbows together, lifting through the back of the skull. Keep pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Take one more breath, maybe lift a little higher. And then exhale to release. You're going to use your inhale to tuck the toes and firm the thighs. And however you want, you can exhale back into table pose and then lift the hips into downward facing dog. So either come into table or downward facing dog. Spread the palms nice and wide. Lift the sit bones. And if you're in table pose, feel the spine lengthen, crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Take one more breath wherever you are. And then you'll look forward. Bend the knees, begin to walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale with a flat back, hands come to the shins, reach the crown forward, tuck the chin. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale to rise, arms come up, palms touch. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes here. You can keep the hands at the heart. You can bring the hands to the hips, or you can bring the hands to the sides of the body. So wherever you are, you're still rooting the feet into the floor, lifting through the heart. Chin is tucked. Close the eyes to take your breath. So the great thing is this is only a 30-minute class, and we're already more than halfway done. So we'll keep going. On your inhale, sweep the arms out to your V. Palms touch overhead. As you exhale, you'll lead with the heart, dive over the thighs, release the hands. Inhale, halfway up, palms to the shins, reach the crown forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, find your plank pose. Firm the thighs, reach the heels back, take another inhale, rock the shoulders past the wrists. With control, you'll use your exhale to lower slowly all the way down. And then no matter if you're in table or you came in from plank pose, we're all on the belly. Roll the shoulders back, hug the elbows close to one another. Tops of the feet are onto the floor. Inhale to lift for your baby cobra. Chin is tucked. Reach the toes back, crown of the head forward. One more breath in to lift maybe a tiny bit higher. And then exhale to release. Inhale to tuck the toes. And then with or without the knees, you'll make your way back into plank and back into downward facing dog. Take a full deep cycle of breath. Again, downward facing dog or table is our transition pose, whichever is more comfortable for you. We'll all take our cycle of breath here to settle. Big full breath in and a full breath out. Look forward, bend the knees, walk the feet or jump the feet to the hands. So it's your choice. On your inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, bring the arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close the eyes if they're not. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more full cycle of breath. So now we'll add on just a tiny bit more. One side, we'll just do each side one time. We'll do sun salutation B. So on your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Find your V shape, palms touch. Exhale to lead with the heart, diving over the thighs. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back, hands to the shins. Reach the crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. Find your plank pose. We'll bypass cobra this time. Come right into downward facing dog. Ground the palms right into the floor. Lift the sit bones if you're in downward dog. You can still be in table pose as well. On your next inhale, we're going to raise the right leg. Keep the hips square. Look forward and plant the foot between the palms. You can also help the foot up. Sometimes it doesn't want to get up there as easy as we'd like it to. And then the left leg, this back leg, I want you to step it out about 6 inches and up about 6 inches. And then we'll rotate the heel down. The feet are not on the same track. Put a bend in the front knee, and on the inhale, rise up, warrior one. So the heels are on different lines, but this back heel is spiraled down so that the toes are pointing up towards the top corner if you were on a mat. And then the arms can be right alongside the ears. If that's too much, then maybe bring them to the heart or the hips. You'll sink into that front knee, seal the outer edge of the left foot to the mat. And then the core that we've been working on, use the navel to pull towards the spine to lift the heart. Take another breath in to lengthen the fingertips. And then use the exhale to slowly bring the hands all the way down to the floor. You can use your knee to help you with the palms. Step the left foot back, followed by the right. We're going to skip our cobra, either be in table pose or in plank pose. Keep pressing the earth away, reaching the crown of the head forward. Take one more breath in. And then we're going to come into downward facing dog, lift the hips, or stay in table pose. Take a full cycle of breath wherever you choose to be. And then the next inhale is raise the left leg up. Look forward, help the foot up between the palms. Spiral the right foot down, seal the heel to the mat. Remember, you're stepping it out and up about 6 inches. And there's a bend in the left knee. When you're ready, you'll rise up into warrior one on the opposite side. Check your alignment. Sink into the front knee. Sometimes this left hip wants to scoot forward. So you want to bring the hips in line with one another. Pull the left hip back. You'll seal the outer edge of that right foot to the floor. Sink into that front knee, but if that's too much, then you can always come off of that knee a little bit. And then again, hands at the heart, at the hips or at the heart, or right alongside the ears. And you want to seal the outer edge of the pinky side toe to the mat on the right foot, so you're not dumping the weight to the ankle. Take another breath in to lengthen the fingertips towards the ceiling. And then when you exhale, hands are going to come all the way down to the palm, all the way down to the floor. Be very gentle to the low back. Step the right foot back, followed by the left, either plank pose or table. On your inhale, rock the shoulders forward past the wrists. On your exhale, we're lowering all the way down with control. Once you get there, untuck the toes, zipper the feet together. Make sure that the hands are in line with the chest. And as you pull the elbows together, inhale to lift through the back of the skull. Shoulders move away from the ears. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet. Take one more full breath. Also press the pubic bone into the mat, and that's going to help you lift the heart a little bit higher. One more breath in. Gently exhale to release. Inhale to tuck the toes and firm the thighs. And then we're going to press back into our child's pose. So very gently press up, come onto the knees, scoot all the way back. Sit bones are going to press back for the heels. And you can have the arms out in front of you and the forehead down, the arms along the sides of the body and the forehead down, or you could stack the palms to provide a pillow for the third eye. Take a full cycle of breath here to settle. I just want you to feel the low back and the sacrum releasing. Feel the heart coming closer towards the thighs. Take a full breath here to see if you can relax completely in this pose. Now on your next inhale, try and keep the eyes closed. Rise up, stack the spine. Tops of the feet are flat onto the floor. Lift through the heart. Take a full cycle of breath to find your presence in this moment. And then we'll come down onto the sit bones. Find your cross-legged position that is comfortable for you. Maybe think about what I mentioned at the beginning, that typically female is going to have the left shin in front, males would have the right shin in front. And then wherever you want to come back to, either grounding or a little bit of inspiration, take a full cycle of breath here, closing the eyes. Keep the eyes closed. I want you just to twist towards the right knee. Bring the left hand on top of the right thigh. Bring the right hand behind you. And again, we know that this is just to lift the heart. Take an inhale to bring a breath into the body. Use the exhale to gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the eyes closed though, but just turn the face in that direction. And then you'll use your inhale to unwind, gently come back to center. And use the next exhale to twist to the left knee. Right hand on top of the left thigh. Use the left hand to lift the heart. Relax the right shoulder. Take a big, deep breath in to lengthen. And then as you exhale, you'll gaze over the back shoulder. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Keep the eyes closed. Inhale to come back to center. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. We'll take this next breath together in silence. Take one more full breath in, thinking about and sealing your intention within. And then now blink the eyes open. Namaste.